see if all those people who stuck their hands up just now could drag 2 mates along as well, especially to the first game. I think Peter will be over the moon, especially if the All Leighton Queens get fishers as well. Can I just tip that last question round? Of the people here in the room tonight who wouldn't make that trip to Bridlington?
Don't be scared. Don't forget transport for some of the elderly will be a problem.
Okay, thanks. Right, whose hand was up next? Again.
Sorry, it's just a very brief observation, but I had a very, very in-depth discussion the other day with a very prominent Scarborough councillor, and obviously my case is Scarborough, let's get the football back. And he said, hang on a minute, whoa, stop there. He says, we're looking, and I'm not defending him in any shape or form, I'm just telling it like it is, and he said, we're looking after ratepayers' money. And he said, there's a load of people in Scarborough who don't give a rat about Scarborough Football Club. So we have to be careful, it's their money. But what I would say in defence is let's prove them wrong, and let's get together and let's make Scarborough Athletics successful in Bridlington, and let's put it right in their face and say, we're up and running, go for it. That's what I say.
Again, I think it's important. Again, I think it's important for us all to be telling the council what football and sport in this town actually means to the people in this town. I may be naive, but I'd like to think that the council's legacy to the people of this town isn't to destroy leisure and sporting facilities in the town. We've got Filey Road, the rumours are that's going. The North Bay Pool, the South Bay Pool, and now Scarborough Football Club. We can't do it. We have to, all of us, and everybody that you talk to, needs to be represented to their council that football, we care about football in this town, and we care about the kids of this town, and we care about sport in this town. And they should care about us.
One councillor here tonight that come knocking on your bloody doors, wanting your vote, and not one person.
Can I just comment on that? It's not just common to Scarborough, right? I rescued Bridlington Town Football Club, as Mitch Coupler most probably know, because a good friend of his is a good friend of mine, they're the goalkeeper. I rescued the football club from a 6-figure debt. I went to the council and councillors. We had meetings like this, and never ever did a councillor turn up. So I decided, sod the council, we'll take it forward the best way that we can, right? And I think if I was you, I'd just forget about the council, rely on the people who you've got voted on your trust, get local businesses involved, get your community involvement up and running. You know, we have an attachment to Brid Rangers Junior Club. They play their finals and they play games at our ground whenever they can. Get as much of that going as you can and just completely forget about the council, because I lease Queensgate from the council. I actually have to pay rent for it to keep sport going in the town. We're in the Unibond League and we bring an awful lot of visitors to Bridlington, using bed and breakfast places, using the fish shop across the road, going in the amusement arcade. I bring into Bridlington far more money than they give to me. But it just makes you sick, you just have to live with it, yeah? And just go your own way and forget the council, because the argument the gentleman raised is, they always say, we're using other people's money, and they might be fishermen, they might be snooker players, they might be billiards players, we can't do it for you. Just forget about them, get on with it. All they do for me is they let me have the ground at a very knocked-down set of rates, virtually nothing. But I pay £5,000 a year rent on it. And you know, and that, even when I went and said, look, I've got to settle up a 6-figure debt here, can you help me? They said, no, we still want the rent. And they were going to take me to court for the rent. So I thought, right, I just know where I stand. Councillors never come. We had supporters trust meetings at the end of last season. They just never come. Because they know what reaction they're going to get from you people. That's why they don't turn up. They know that they're going to get a difficult ride and it's not election night. So just go forward on your own, Sodom.
that mean we can't have a march outside the town hall tomorrow and tell them what we think?
Feel free, feel free.
With respect to season tickets, if fans were to opt to buy season tickets rather than spamming their income or the pay as you watch a match, how much difference would that make to the trust in terms of having a players' book to be able to work?
It's not too bad, because the biggest thing with season tickets is that for the most part people don't go to every match anyway. A lot don't, and they ought to, yeah, but they don't. And with price of season tickets, I think it saves you about 10% compared to going to every single match and paying on the day. I think most football clubs gamble on getting people, or not gamble, take a calculated decision that they need the season ticket money in early in the season, and they anticipate that not every season ticket holder goes to every single game, so it averages out in favour.
That's not the point. The point is that if fans buy season tickets, then you can actually work out a guaranteed stream of income which allows you to place contracts with players.
Sorry, I misunderstood,
Therefore,
yeah.
it's much better if fans today can afford to buy a season ticket rather than paying at the game, because that helps to trust that.
It does, because we'll have a much better idea on income. We'd have that income guaranteed already. Yes, sir.
I was going to say, on the subject of people who have got the transport, I'd be willing, as when I go with a friend, I'd be willing to take 2 other people to Bridlington, and I'll get in touch with you about that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, like I said, we'll get that carpool database, however we do it, set up, and offers much appreciated. Don't answer that one, Martin. I'd say so far the Evening News have been very supportive, not just in what they've printed, but passing on phone numbers who've got in touch with the Evening News to us, so they've been helpful so far. We'll try and be nice to them about it.
Whatever you have to do. There's a lot of people want to help out, but there's no dedicated room for people to kind of make a big impression.
It's very, very true. Chris, at the end here, is now in charge of coordinating all contact in terms of volunteers. I mean, as Sandra just said there, we are actually going to need somebody to run the carpool setup. So if anybody wants specifically to do that, have a word with Chris on the end later on. He'll get the details down and we'll get something sorted.